grounds in sunny California. Winning the race last year, I got a little bit of, not only last year, but in 2003 when it was a Formula USA race. I won it then, and that was the last 2 times I raced here. I was able to win it, so I'm pretty excited to come back to the beautiful mile track here and try to do it again. The starting line is really close to the first corner, so it's more important here than any of the other miles to get a really good jump to beat the guys to the first corner, to have a wheel on them. You got a pretty short amount of time to get your bike. You know, in 4th gear, you might race in 5th with the Kawasaki. The Harleys, you might run 3rd. So you got a short distance to get in one of the higher gears. At the same time, try to beat the other 16 guys or 18 guys to the first turn. It's not a track where you just pop the clutch and let the rear wheel spin. You actually drag race the thing out of the line with the fast gearing. You know, you really got to slip the clutch and then obviously let it go through the RPM cycle of almost to the rev limiter. Your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, just as you're diving into the corner, and you hope to be the first guy to the corner. If not, maybe leave it on a hair longer than the next guy and be the first guy to the corner. And really just the biggest thing is getting a really good jump off the line and really slipping the clutch and try not to light up that rear tire and lose all your momentum. So no matter what this looks like, it hasn't snowed in Northern California here. It looks really cool. It looks like January in Michigan, we're going ice riding, but it's actually a calcium chloride they spread on the track. Most of the times even I don't get to see it because it's done so far in advance. It's a chemical that they use. Obviously it's spread on as a powder. I think it'd be mixed with the water as well. It's a really white powdery substance, and it really pulls the moisture up from the ground and helps hold the moisture in the dirt. It's something we use at 90% of the tracks we go to, and it really makes the track consistently even across the board to put down a nice groove and keep the dust down for the fans. Well, this is the entrance to turn 1. This is kind of the apex of turn 1, I would call it. These corners are a lot tighter than some of the other miles, so this is kind of the make or break point where you're going to be a hero or not. Obviously, you want to get into the corners as hot as possible, but still be able to hold the inside line where typically the groove is, the shortest way around, the fastest way around. And so either at this point, you're either going for the air fence or you're back on the gas going around the inside. So if you can't get into the corner, you're not going to get through the middle of the corner and off the corner fast enough to draft anybody, basically. The biggest thing that's important is getting a good run off turn 4, because there's the longest run out of any of the tracks we go to get to the checkered flag. You can see how far it is down. I mean, it's a long straightaway, and this start-finish line's almost to the corner, really. I mean, the draft's a lot different here once you get off turn 4, because you could be 3rd or 4th, and the run's so long you can get sucked up in the draft by more than one guy, so it can work for you or against you. You know, it was kind of unexpected win for me last year. I thought Chris Carr was kind of had me set up to win, and I honestly didn't think I had him covered. I was tucked in as tight as I could under the paint and keep twisting the grip of my Harley as hard as I could, because I really thought I was going to see his front wheel come up beside me. Come down the straightaway with all the people cheering and waving the checkered flag. It was kind of like somewhat a weight last season had been lifted off my shoulders going back to the Maroney's team and doing a lot of it on my own, kind of being somewhat of a privateer. I about went through the hay bales celebrating because it was totally unexpected, and it just felt really, really good, accomplished. You know, that moment when you're coming down the front straightaway with a checkered flag and everybody's looking at you and cheering for you. It's just a great accomplishment, you know, as a racer and also a mechanic from my point and my dad's point.